guys, on full business mode because I have to create my own economy. I have to create my own future. I have to redesign my future. I have to redesign my economy the way I want it. And that's the good thing that our company, Alliance Emotion, have done for us. And this time is the best time to do our business. I've said this over and over, that the fact that there is financial crisis, the fact that there is economic recession, and all this translates to the fact that a lot of people, millions of Nigerians out there have lost their livelihood. Millions are no more working. Millions are no more running their businesses and all that. And you and I understand that our nature of business offers such people an opportunity to be part of the business. That is, you know that we offer business opportunity, entrepreneurship opportunity to every human person that is an adult in Nigeria. And so this is another moment for you and I to reach out to them, or for you and I to position ourselves, to position ourselves in such a way that we will attract them. I hope you understand what I mean. Put yourself in a way that you will be able to attract those people who are looking for a business. Yes, that's what you and I need to do now, because a lot of us need to recruit those individuals who are looking for what to do, individuals who want a business to do. Okay? Excuse me for just a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, this morning I have a very good and very wonderful topic I will want each and every one of us, to appreciate. And the topic I want us to do this morning, it's a topic that has affected so many people. And when I say it has affected so many people, it is something that many of us don't know, that it is what is holding us back. Guys, it is holding you and I from doing what? From achieving the success we deserve, the success you and I want. And I want you to know that when you understand this fully well, if you understand the topic we're going to be treating this morning, you'll be glad, you'll be happy, because this is one topic that has made every top earner, listen to me, every top earner, not just in our business, but let me say every successful entrepreneur, anybody you know that is out there doing business and that individual has become successful or has made it. It is this very topic, the information we're about to treat now, has made every human person you know who have made one success or the other. And I'll tell you the reason why I want to say you that is watching me now, yes, it's not at the top, it's not where you are supposed to be. It's because, honestly, you don't know about this very topic we want to discuss. If you are aware of it, if you know it, then you will, know that nothing can ever stop you from achieving success. Nothing can ever stop you from making great income in your business, not just in this business, but anything you set out, any venture, any business idea, or any business you set out to pursue, you will surely make it in that business. And so I want us to pay good attention to this morning topic. It's going to be a good one. And I want you to understand that if you understand it too well, what is going to happen to you is you will make hundreds of millions of naira in this business. I mean what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say to you is our topic this morning, it's very, 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 very important. Okay? It's very, very, very important that you must pay attention to what we want to give to you this morning. The gift we have to you, this information I want to share with you, is what transformed my life, transformed everybody you know out there that is making great income, that is making millions every month in this business and in any other business you know. It doesn't matter if it's another business, be it anything, whatever you know that people do to make money. Guys, this is the only thing that has kept everybody who succeeded. And I want you to take it very, very serious this morning. So if I may advise, I would like you to do something. Get yourself a piece of paper, or maybe with pen, or you might have to capture one or two things with your phone and all that. But of course, the information is what matters, okay? Pay very good attention to what we want to share with you this morning. Now, I want you to know that everybody that joins this business, what am I trying to say? Everybody that joins this business, we all have one goal when we were joining this business. You may ask me, what is that goal? Yeah, your goal was to succeed. At the point you were investing your money in this business, you had one thing in mind. That one goal and that one prayer, one desire is that I will succeed in this business. And that is everyone's goal. Okay? So the question is, what happened along the line? What happens along the line? Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that happened along the line is somewhere along, as the business was going on, you began to lose faith. You began to lose hope. Does everybody have the power to succeed? Does everybody have the potential? What I mean, you that is watching me, do you have what it takes to be successful? Yes, it's in you. Everybody have it. All of us, we do. There is nobody that does not have that, potential in him or her to be great. All of us. Make no mistake about that. Please, sorry for that. Yeah. So, my people, the thing is this, guys. Everybody, no matter who you are, we all have greatness. We all have what it takes to be successful. What am I trying to say? Everybody listening to me this morning, you have what it takes to earn nothing less than 1, 2, 3 million every month in this business. You must know it. It's in you. We that are making such money, we're not special. We didn't do magic. We didn't do anything different from what you are doing. But there's something holding you back. There's something you don't have. There's something you have not developed. There's something you are not, conscious of. That very thing is what we want to discuss this morning. And that is what separates those who succeeded and those who didn't succeed. So we're going to be looking at it very critically this morning, okay? I'll be sharing my slide right now. I'll be sharing the slide, and I want you to let me know if you are seeing my slide, please. Yes, please. You come to the chat. Let me know if you are seeing my what. If you are seeing my slide, please come to the chat. Yes, come to the chat and let us know if you can see the slide. Oh, good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you can see it very well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the topic we want to look at this morning, resilience. Please come to the chat box and give me the word resilience. Resilience is what most of us do not have. Resilience is what has denied you millions of naira in this business. Resilience is the reason why, listen, I must be honest with you, is the reason why you are not driving a car. You've not bought a car at this stage of your life. Resilience that you don't have is the reason why you are not living in your own house. You've not been able to buy a landed property. You've not been able to travel overseas. Some of you have not been able to enter aeroplane for the first time in their life. I know somebody will be wondering, what exactly is this resilience? I mean, what do you mean that resilience is why I've not been able to make it in the business? Yes, it's this very word, resilience, that many of us do not have. Many of us are not aware of it. But listen, guys, is it in everybody? Everybody have it. The only challenge, I must be honest with you, is you have not developed yours. Maybe you're not even aware that, oh, there's something like that. Maybe you're not even aware that you have it. Maybe you're not even aware that you can develop it. And so because you are not familiar with this, that's why a lot of things have been, you've been denied the good life. You're not living the life you deserve. Yes. But I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the resilience, if you understand what resilience is, if you can develop your own resilience, definitely nothing can stop you. Nothing. I tell you, nothing on earth can ever stop you from achieving what you want to achieve, from becoming who you want to become on earth. And so please, before I go on, I want to be sure that you are with me. I want to be sure you are with me. Give me that word, resilience. Please write it back, on the chat, resilience. Now, there's something about making wealth. I don't know if somebody is here with me. Yes. The thing is this, to be successful takes a lot. We all know. I mean, to build wealth, to become successful. Yes, I see those resilience coming. Beautiful, I appreciate that. Now, guys, building wealth, becoming successful, it's not a one event. It's not a one-time show. It's not something that happens suddenly. It's not just what you wake up and you command it. It's not something you go out there and you come across it. You just meet it on the streets. Everybody knows that to build wealth takes a lot. It requires a lot of discipline. You know that. Hey, it requires a lot of discipline. There's no doubt about that. If you want to be successful in life, you know, I know. You get me? We all know this. It requires a lot of dedication. It requires a lot of what? The willingness to learn. And so when you put all this and many more together, it comes to what? To the word, do you have the resilience? Now we all know, you and I know, that as you start this business, you are going to meet a lot of setbacks. Who doesn't know? Please give me the word setback if you're still hearing me. Yes, a lot of us are going to meet a lot of it. We know that we're going to meet a lot of challenges. You know that. You know that a lot of things are going to be disrupted. You know that a lot of unforeseen things will happen to you. I mean, things you didn't bargain for, things you didn't reckon with, things you know that you don't even know where it's going to come from. Those are challenges that people know and people are fully aware. So my brother, my sister, if you say, oh, you don't know that you're going to meet challenges, you're going to meet setbacks, you're going to find difficulties, you're going to come across hurdles, you know, you will come across some embarrassing situations, you will come across some, you know, harassing moments, and you know, all this is going to happen to you. We know that. But guess what? What will make you to overcome the setbacks? What will make you to overcome the challenges? What will make you to go through the hurdles and you pass through it and move on and overcome it? What will help you that when those unknown circumstances, unforeseen circumstances, when they just appear in your front, the only thing that will help you to break through is what? It's your resilience. Is someone here understanding what I'm trying to say? Now, ladies and gentlemen, most of us who quit, most of us who give up, most of us who run away, most of us who abandon the business, most of us who move to other businesses, I mean, look at all those people. The only thing that made them to quit, to run away, to abandon the business, to move on to another, to start another business is because they lack resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, they lack the resilience. Yes. If you want to be successful, my good people, if you want to be among the top 20 earners, if you want to be among the Millionaire Circle members, if you love your life, you want to enjoy this life that you are in now, please pay attention to this very word. Pay attention to understand what it is. Because as long as you exist on earth, until you develop your resilience, until you build your resilience, if you don't build it, you can never scale through. You can never have a good life. You can never achieve. You can never be successful. Nothing good will come your way because you refuse to build. You refuse to develop. You refuse to understand the word resilience. And so this year, as you go through this year, my good people, don't make a mistake of, you know, doing away with this word. Always sound it in your mind, in your brain, every day, anytime, anywhere. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look at the picture you are seeing on the screen. Please look at the picture of this plant you are seeing on the screen. I want us to take a good look at this plant. If someone's seeing the plant, yeah, look at the plant. What do you make out of it? What sense do you read in this very plant? Can somebody talk to me? Can somebody talk to me? Because this very plant, in a way, sends out a message to you. Look at that plant. Is someone listening to me? Can you tell me what you make out of it? Do you think under normal circumstances, this plant is supposed to spring out where it's coming out from. Hey guys, look at that. That's a coal-tarred road. Hard floor, hard. Listen, when we talk about hard floor, very, very hard, that even a hammer may not be able to break through if someone starts hitting it. But look at that soft plant. Hey, guys, look at that soft plant. Look at that soft plant. Sprouting, sorry. I mean, ordinary normal circumstance, it's not supposed to, come out from that space. But look at the way it broke, it tore the coal-tarred road. Look at that. The resilience. Listen, I don't know if this is where to be a human being before it came out of that coal-tarred road, that hard ground. I don't know what will be going on in his mind when it was still under, trying to come out. You know what it simply means? The plant has a die-hard spirit. A die-hard in the sense that no matter what, it just said to itself, I must come out. Whether this ground, whether this road, you like it or not, I will break you and come out. I may not have the power, but I will keep pushing until I come out. Look at that. Look at that. It's about, do you have the resilience, my people? The resilience is what makes this plant, despite the difficulty. Look at that. Look at that. No, it shouldn't come out from there. But look at the way it tore that ground. Look at the way it broke that coal-tar road. Look at the way it's opened it up. And look at the way it came out. Imagine that soft plant breaking that hard surface. My dear, my people, do you have what it takes? Do you have, are you molded? Are you made like this plant? That no matter the hardship, no matter what you go through, listen, no matter what happens, listen, we go out every day, you meet all kind of disappointment, you meet all kind of embarrassment, all kind of things happen to you. Do you have that spirit in you that says, hey, no matter what, I must make it? That is resilience. That is the power of resilience. That is what differentiates those who will succeed and those who will not succeed in this world. Whether you like it or not, some people will succeed, some people will not succeed. And those who do not succeed, the only thing is that they don't have the resilience. But those of us who will succeed are those people who will keep fighting and fighting. I love the word of Arnold Appa. It says to keep fighting, yeah. Keep fighting till you break through. Running away, giving up, abandoning the business. That's not the way. Listen, I see many people, it's an easy thing to chicken out, to quit. It's so easy to just say, I'm done, I'm fed up, I can't do this business again. That's fine. But listen, if you don't fight it now, when you go to another business, you will still give up. Because it's easy for you to say, oh, I'm done, I can't go on again. I can't go further again. It's easy to chicken out. It's easy to quit. It's easy to give excuse. But the question is, for how long will you keep running away from the truth and the facts? How long, my dear sister? How long, my dear brother? Don't you know that like this plant, you have to persist. You have to fight. Because nothing good comes easy. You know that. Hey, it's like someone here is not understanding me. Is someone here understanding me? Do you have what it takes? Can you fight? Can you stand? Will you be able to stand when the chips are down? When the going gets tough? Do you have what it takes to bounce back? I mean, am I talking to somebody this morning? Because go and look at the life of everybody that made it. The only thing that was in them is they said, oh no, I can't stop. I will keep pushing. I will keep fighting. I will keep walking. I'll keep doing it until I get to the top. Even when so many things is fighting against them. When a lot of things is fighting against them, they would never give up. They will never stop. They will never say no, but rather they will keep fighting and they will keep pushing until one day, guys, they will climb the stage. Until one day their name is going to be announced as the top earners. And so you must understand these things is going to happen to all of us. Okay? Everybody, you can't run away from it. It is just the way life is made, guys. It is the way God has designed this life. And so let's go in and see how you and I can develop, can build our own resilience, can be able to, develop the spirit to do what? To break through, spirit to bounce back, spirit to, no matter what happens to us, you don't quit, you don't give up, you don't run away, you don't abandon. And so we're going to be looking at what exactly is this resilience. Hey, another word you can use for it is, in business, is business continuity. I think somebody is understanding me. Yeah, in business, if you want to use the word resilience, another word you can use for it is continuity, as in, not stopping, moving on, no matter what happens, moving on. So in business, we will alternate resilience for continuity. That means being there, walking it, pushing it until you break through, until you get to where you're going, until you achieve your goals. And so let's look at some meaning of what this continuity or resilience mean. It can be described as, one, having positive outcomes. This, resilience is like you, no matter what happens, you will keep being positive, you will keep pushing despite the risk. Listen, despite, what is fighting you back, no transport, no food to eat. There are people like that. They don't have money to pay for transport. They said what? I'll trek. They didn't stop. There are people, they have to go out there, but because they've not eaten, a lot of people will give up. They will not go out. But some of us will say, oh, even if I'm not eating for days, I must go out there. You know what I mean? There are a lot of us, when the rain is out there falling, instead of them to say no, they will enter the rain and the rain will hit them hard. That is the resilience, my people. Many people will chicken out. Many people will give up. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I don't have transport fee. I don't have money to buy the chat card. Oh, I don't have this. My dear, if you don't break through, you will continue not to have this. That's what it means. Because many people think that life is easy. Life is not easy. Life is tough. And so let's go further. Look at this again. It simply means how you respond and adapt. How do you respond to changes? Will there be changes in the business? I don't need to tell you. You know that. A lot of change is going to happen to you. How do you respond and adapt to that? How do you respond to all those things going to happen to you when you go to keep an appointment, you get disappointed? When the people you are supposed to, go together, you call them, they won't pick up your phones. When you go out there and you try to do some prospecting and they tell you, oh, we don't like this business, oh, this business is not good. How do you respond? How do you adapt? Are you flexible? Do you really understand that, hey, things will not always go normal? Everybody that succeeded, they never had it normal. They never had it good. Everybody that made it to the top, everybody you see that is breaking through in the business, they never had it good. You must know that. You don't think they were, their own was easy, or they didn't meet the same setback, the same challenges and all that, the same mess, the same fuck up, the same everything, yawa, wahala, anything you can call it, they had it good. But guess what? They never allowed that to stop them. They never allowed that to hold them back. They never allowed any of those things to keep them where they are. They continue to push on. They continue to fight on. They continue to walk on. They continue to, come out, showing up every day, knowing fully well that the only way they can break through is to show up every day, is to keep fighting on, is to keep pushing on, is to keep moving, despite the fact that, yes, a lot of things is working against me. It's just the simple fact that I will keep pushing it until I win. That's what happens. And so it can also be defined as, you showing competence. Being able to understand that if I don't know how to prospect people, I just have to learn it. No doubt about that. Hey, listen, if I don't know how to present the business, I just have to learn it. I will do everything and learn it and understand it. If I don't know how to manage a team, I just have to learn it. If I don't know how to talk to people, I just have to learn it. Because that's the only way you can get better. That's the only way you can make progress. When you begin to show competence. But guess what? You don't know how to present, you will never learn. You don't know how to talk to people, you will never learn. How to hold meetings, you will never. So a lot of things will make you don't push on. So ladies and gentlemen, all this is what describes the resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, the ability to bounce back, the ability to thrive under very strong and strange circumstances. Are you going to run away? Are you going to quit? Like I'll tell you, many of us listening to me this morning, they already made up their mind that I'm giving up. I can't go on again. You know what I mean? Some of us listening to me here are already contemplating that, this business is tough. This business is not easy. Oh, I can't go on. I have to look for another thing. That's fine. You can go on looking for another thing, another business. But guess what? Until you face your fears, until you face it, until you take it headlong. I don't know what you want to do. You go and start selling bread, go and start selling shoe, whatever you want to do, you must face the same thing. If you don't face it, you're not going to push through. If you don't hit it really hard, you will never pass through. You will never break through. It's the same thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do you begin to build your own resilience? Is there any way you can develop your own? Is there any way you can understand that, hey, what it takes to build, it's in you? And if you look at the picture, on the screen, it tells us that, listen, there is something bigger inside of you and I, something great, something that is more than the problem in front of us, something that is more than the challenges in front of us. No matter what it is, whatever you're going through now, there is something bigger that is inside of you. But a lot of times, many of us will give in. Many of us, out of fear, you allow fear to rule your life. You allow fear of you don't know what will happen, fear of what if I lose, fear of what if I don't make it. And that will be going on in your mind every time, every minute of the day. What if I don't succeed? What if I cannot get people? What if I cannot talk to people? What if nobody register with me? What if nobody do this with you? Come on. Why don't you begin to think the other way around? That's your what if. Change it to something positive. What if people register with me? What if people join me? What if I make a lot of money? What if I succeed? You should be thinking that one, because there's something bigger that is in you. Okay? So you need to understand that, guys, for you to go through, you have to do what? Anticipate. What am I trying to say? In life, you must be ready. You must be prepared. You must tell yourself that anything can happen. Hello, hello. Can you hear my voice? Oh, good. Okay. I think the voice is back. It's back now. Can you hear me? Oh, good, good, good. So, for you to go through in life, listen, guys, you and I don't know, a lot of us, are afraid of risk. But, everything is risky. I don't know where you are now. Anything can happen to you where you are at this moment. Life is full of risk. And so you must anticipate. You must know that, anything can happen. And when you meet anything, hey, your duty is to identify that, recognize it, and what next? Adapt. What is the meaning of adapt? Make adjustments, change your strategy, change your pattern, change your ways, change everything, change your clothes, change yourself, change your attitude, change your habit, change everything and move on. That's just it. Change everything and move on. Because so many things can happen to you at any time. And so, guys, the ability to bounce back from all these setbacks and uncertainty, is often described as what? The difference between successful and unsuccessful people. Do you agree with this? If you agree with me, give me number 2. Please come to the chat. Give me number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2. I want you to do a kind of evaluation. My people, yes, my brother, my sister, please do a kind of evaluation of your life. Just take a statement of your life. Look at your account, your life account balance. Where you're coming from and where you are today. I know a lot of us have tried a lot of things, a lot of businesses. You have find yourself in a lot of situations, a lot of positions, opportunities have come your way, but you will see that, listen, the only thing that made you not to break through with those opportunities, those circumstances or those situations was because one way or the other, you couldn't hold your resilience. You couldn't hold on. You couldn't fight through. You couldn't fight on. And that's why those things, you were not able to get what you're supposed to get. And so, my people, when you understand this resilience, that everybody can develop it, including you. We all can learn it. We all can, work on some things and begin to change certain things about us. I remember when I was starting the business, 10 years ago, the same thing that happened to me in other businesses I tried to do came back again. This company is not the only business I've done in my life. I've done so many businesses. I've done a lot of businesses. And in all those businesses I ventured into, I never succeeded. Why didn't I succeed in it? Why? Was it because I was not lucky or I didn't do what I was supposed to do? No. I did what I was supposed to do, but the only thing was I couldn't stay true to breakthrough. In all those businesses I did, I saw millions. Well, let's say millions. I saw thousands of people succeeding in it. Yes, a lot of people succeeded in it. The same business you're running away from. Name it, whatever kind of business you can mention today, thousands of people are making money. They have become multi-millionaires in it. I don't know what business you can mention. All businesses, people have succeeded in it. And so for me, when I started this very global business, of course, this is the only business I have lasted. I've not done any business like the way I have done this one. This is the only business I have done for like 10 years more now. I've been in it for 10 years. So focused, not distracted for 10 solid years, and I'm still going on. I've not done anything like this, stayed like this. Guess what? When I started it, the same things came back again, the same, feeling, the same thought, the same mindset. They kept telling me, oh, you won't make it. Oh, do you know this business? It will soon pack up. You will not succeed. It's difficult. It's not easy. All those messages, even people around me, they were repeating the same thing. And guess what? Because I understood at that point in time, I've been able to identify that, hey, there is something that has made me not to succeed. And that thing was what? The resilience to fight on. Many a times I chicken out. Many a times I quit. And so I said to myself, I'm not going to quit. Because every successful people I spoke to, I've met a lot of them. Everybody I've seen who are living the life I want to live. I mean, good life. I've spoken to them, I interacted with them. They kept telling me that the only thing that happened to them was they didn't give up. They pushed on, they fight on until they made it. And so for me, I said to myself, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to chicken out. I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to do anything. Here, I'm going to push through no matter what happens, no matter what I see, no matter what I encounter, no matter what will happen to me, no matter how it's going to be, I will keep pushing on until I make it. And that's what you need to do. Because when you talk to yourself in that way, then you will now position yourself to start developing those potential, those qualities, that thing that makes you who you are. And those are the things I want to share with you right now. 10 of it that you need to recognize, you need to be aware that these things will either give you the good life or will make you to live a struggling life where you will struggle all through your life. Okay? But when you understand this, you will fight on until in a very short while, because the good thing about this resilience is when you know it, you will surely break through. Nothing will stop you. You will start making it. No doubt about that. It will surely, the good life will happen to you. That's one good fact. And so number one, okay, we must look at is not just like you see, it's not a fixed trait or character or attitude in us, no. But listen, guys, you can grow it, you can develop it, you can work on yours every day and get better. Okay, number one is you must have the problem solving skills. Ladies and gentlemen, you must have what? Problem solving skill. You must build it in yourself. You must keep telling yourself that, well, problems is going to come, challenges will come. I mean, you know already in your life, a lot of things are happening to you now. But do you have the skill? I mean, have you built it in your mind that you're going to solve this problem? I don't know what is happening to you now. You know, this morning, you know, a lot of problems are facing you. They are looking at you now. You can't deny it. A lot of problem is facing you. You have a lot, maybe money, maybe house rent, maybe finance, maybe wife, maybe children, maybe girlfriend, maybe your parents, maybe your father, or maybe hospital, or maybe health, or whatever. Something is happening to you now that is a problem. Am I talking to somebody? Something is happening to you. And so, are you ready to solve those problems? Are you ready to run away? Guys, you have to develop that skill. You must work on yourself to know that, hey, I just have to solve this problem. Whether money, whether health, whether relationship, whether, name it. Don't develop the habit of running away or, shying away from the problem. And so what else again? Goal setting. Do you have the skills to set goals? You know, these are things we've been talking of. All these things we've been teaching it over time and over time. Goal setting. Ladies and gentlemen, when we say goal setting, listen, my people, if you don't have what you're pursuing, you will never have direction. If you don't have something you want to get, like this morning, you know, you have something you want to accomplish. There must be a goal. It's a purpose why you do what you do. You must have life goals. Yes, you must have things you want to achieve in life. Anybody who do not set goals do not achieve anything. Maybe to you now, you're working, you're living under someone, maybe where you're living now, it's not your own house. You don't own that apartment. And you are working that, oh, I want to get my own apartment. I want to go and rent my own house. That's fine. That's a goal. Or maybe you want to go for a professional course. You want to become a graduate. You set the goal that you want to become this. You work towards it. So you must have goals in your life. Yes, you must have goals. Goals, both relationship goal, financial goal. There must be a lot of goals that you're pursuing. When people don't set goals, like you don't say to yourself, I will get married by so. You must have a time when you want to get married. Be you a lady, be you a guy, be you anybody, you will set those goals, say, oh, I'll get married by so time. That's normal. It's not out of place. When I get to this age, I'll get married. You must have a purpose why you do what you do. It's the purpose. When you set goals, that will give you the purpose to pursue it. You don't understand what I mean? So you have to have this in your life going on. What more, guys? Let's see other ones. Yes, you have to practice self-care, my brother, my sister. You must be able to take care of yourself. You must have that skill. The skill to manage yourself. I don't know if somebody is understanding what I'm saying. You must be able to manage your own self very well. And when it comes to managing yourself, listen, there is no excuse. You may not have money now. It's not an excuse. You must find a way to manage yourself even though you don't have money. You may not have more than 2 shirts or 1 shirt. It's not something that should stop you from breaking through. You must find a way to, with that 1 shirt you have, make the best of it. You may not have food to eat, or your health may be down. Listen, guys, you just have to find ways of taking care of yourself. Making sure, what we're trying to say is, you have to find a way of making yourself good. Feel good, look good, be good. You must do that. Nobody's going to do that for you. Because all these things counts. If you must achieve in business, you must make sure that you are taking care of yourself. You must practice that. You must know how to, let me use the word, enjoy yourself. You must know how to enjoy yourself. Okay? Then you must know how to suffer your body. You must know how to go through pain. It's not just enjoyment. They are all part of the self-care. You must know how to make sacrifice, to deny, sometimes you deny yourself food because of what you want to get. I don't know if somebody is understanding me. Yeah. Sometimes you may learn how to trek because that's part of the self-care. It's not every time you enter a vehicle or whatever, you should be able to know that, oh, today is trekking day. It's all part of taking care of yourself. Denying yourself some things and also making sure that you are giving yourself a lot of things. Nobody, listen, my brother, nobody will do this for you. As an adult, you're going to do it for yourself. Because the moment you understand these things, then you begin to see why you are not succeeding and why others are succeeding. Let's go further. Effective communication. Can somebody come to the chat and give me effective communication, please, please, please? This is very important. I want to stress on this in a way that I want you to take home what I want to share with you now. What we're saying is how you can have a good life. My brother, my sister, my partner here, you see, you are listening to me now, but assuming you know my background, for those of us who know my background, if there's anybody here that knows me before 10 years ago, you will know that I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to communicate. Yes, I see that coming in. Beautiful. I appreciate you. Guys, communication is one thing you must, I don't know how you're going to, I don't know how to stress this. It's something you can never joke with. I'm the kind of person, I hardly talk. I hardly open my mouth to talk. I hardly make friends. I don't have friends. I don't like talking. I don't want to. I can be your friend for months, for years. I won't even talk to you. Even if we're together, you're talking to me, I will keep to myself. I am that kind of person. Well, guess what? The more I keep to myself, the more I tell myself, oh, I'm not a talker, I'm a gentle type, I don't like talking, the more poverty is finishing me. My brother, my sister, go and do a check. Listen, do a research of all the people you know, great men and women in this world. Take a study of them. My dear, they have the communication power. Who do you want to mention? Who do you know that is okay? Let me use some of the guys who know. You get me? Let me call the name of this musician, Davido. Davido is a musician. He's not a networker. Does he know how to communicate? I don't need to answer that. You know. Yes, you know. Let me call this guy, Dangote, the richest guy in Africa. Does he know how to communicate? He knows. Otherwise, he won't negotiate deals. Communication is not making noise. You must understand that. Effective communication is knowing how to pass the message, knowing when to, how to, where to. You must know how to. how to, whatever message whatever you have in your mind, you must know how to transfer it and make success, bring result out of it. What about politicians? Look at all the politicians you know. They have that communication power. Guys, look at this guy, Jesus Christ. They know how to communicate. All the great people you know, look at Prophet Muhammad. Think of any person you know that is doing good in this world. They are effective communicators. They are excellent in it. Those are the things I found out. I'm telling you some of the things that happened to me when I realized that all the great men and women that have lived on this earth, that are still living on this earth, these guys know how to communicate. They know what they want. They know how to transmit the message so that the person they are talking to will understand it. They know how to say what they want. They will get results. You know what I mean? They have mastered it. And you must master it. Because if you cannot master it, you can't negotiate. If you can't master it, you won't be able to, when you meet a downline, you won't know what to say. When a prospect is in your front, you will start saying jargon. You won't communicate for the person to know that, hey, I want you to register and register. You must understand that all the great people you know, who do you want? Mention anybody you know. They are great communicators. They have, if you want to use the word oratory power, they know how to command words. My dear, everything you will achieve in this world will be in your mouth. Your ability to conjure, your ability to form words. What do you want to mention? You want to start selling shoes? You must know how to communicate. You want to work in the bank or in the office? If you don't communicate well, you can't gain promotion and become successful. So stop telling yourself, I'm not good at talking, I don't know how to talk. My dear, you are joking with poverty. You must be a great communicator. And so when I knew this, I told myself, hey, oh boy, you must talk. Oh, you must talk. You must open this mouth. And when you open this mouth, you must know what to say. Don't just talk because people are talking. No, before anything comes out of your mouth, you must check it very well. That's the way to go. So this is very important, very, very important. If you must make anything in this world, all these lessons we are sharing with you is what will make you to become excellent human being. Because some of you want to marry a wife because you don't know how to communicate to you see the woman you want, you don't know how to communicate. At the end of the day, you will marry the opposite. You go marry the wrong person. Yeah, that's how it goes on, both ladies and men. So communication is so important. I was talking to I was mentoring one lady whom I told her, listen, when you see a lady that has got to the age of marriage and they cannot get a guy to marry her, it simply means she doesn't know how to communicate. Are you with me? And we argued it, but at the time she realized that, hey, I am saying the right thing. Because there are billions of men in this world. The good, the bad, the ugly, even the idiots, they are there. So among all this, you will surely find the one you want. They are there. And so communication, listen guys, communication is not just talking. Your packaging, look at you, the way you package. Sometimes the way we package ourselves communicate the wrong information. You must know when to. You must know how to. You must master it. You must know this. When you are going for different occasion requires different dressing, different makeup, different waka, the way you walk, the way you take, the way you throw your steps, your courage, the way you carry yourself. All these things communicates. When you don't know how to get it right, you can't pass the message across. Am I talking to somebody this morning? So communication is not just you talking and everything. I mean, it's all encompassing, my brother, my sister. A lot of us, why people don't follow you in this business is because you don't communicate well. The way you dress, the way you talk, the mannerism in you, your behavior, your attitude, everything communicates opposites. And nobody wants to stay with such a human being. They call you error. Anywhere, wherever they say this person is error. Because everything about you is opposite. You don't know how to catch fun. You don't know how to smile. You don't know how to frown. You don't know when to frown. You don't know all these things. My dear, you must know all those communication skills. When to frown. There are times you need to frown. There are occasions you need to smile. There are occasions you need to dress differently. Your body language, everything should communicate. And let me say this to you as an upline. Some of you don't know that your downlines are looking up to you. You know what I mean? And the downlines do not care whether you have result or not. I just want to bring out some of these things. You have downlines. They are watching you. Whether you know or no, they are watching you. That you're not getting result. It's not what they want to know. Your downline does not care. They don't want to hear that you're not getting results. But as an upline that wants to succeed, you have to always show your downlines that you are getting results. That is part of the communication. And you must know ways to show them that, oh, this business is working. Maybe you have to, instead of buying a shirt, maybe you have to go and borrow some shirts or dress. You don't have money, no result. You don't have result. No money to buy shirt. But for Christ's sake, you might go out of your way to go borrow some shirts to wear, just to tell your people that, oh man, I just got a new clothes. Things are working fine. You might have to go and borrow shoe or buy shoe just to tell them that, hey man, things are good. Because they want to believe you. They want to see that this thing is working with you. Don't forget the fact that you told them that this business is working. And the first person they must see that is working must be you. Very important. So all these are ways you communicate. Many times you don't have it, my dear. It doesn't work. That you keep saying, oh, I don't. No. The good thing is, if you fail to take these things into cognizance, my brother, my sister, you go. Now you go. You don't dull yourself. You don't dull yourself because nobody cares. One thing you must know: nobody associates with failure. Anybody that is not doing well, you're a liability. People run away from you. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to know that you have not eaten since yesterday. Who cares? Even if you have not eaten since last week, prove to people that you just finished eating now. Pose like you just finished eating one correct food now. Because that's the only way people can associate with you. When they see you smiling, successful, they will come to you. And so there's a lot of things we must learn if we must succeed in this life. If you must go on and make some meaningful, make some good progress in your life, in your business. Very important. So I will leave now on this communication, but it's one thing that, embodies a lot in our business. Absolutely. Sometimes you might fake it until you make it. There's no doubt about that. But that does not mean you should continue faking it, because sometimes you fake it, it's a wrong communication. There are ways you can fake it. People will know that this person is error. They will find out that you're faking it. So you know how to balance. You must have a balance in all this thing about life. You must find a balance. Nobody says you should go and fake it. But if you must fake it to succeed, why wouldn't you fake it and succeed? That's the thing. If you must fake it, why wouldn't you fake it and become? But if you know that faking it will not make you to succeed, for Christ's sake, why must you fake it? So let's move on, guys. Building a social support network. Well, that one we don't talk about too much. What does that mean, my dear? Find the right friends. Make connection with the right people, for Christ's sake. Stop associating with failures. When you know that that guy, that lady is not making it in the business, disconnect. Why are you hanging out with him? Why don't you look for people? Listen, people who are going the same route, the same way, the same direction with you. Do you want to remain poor? Do you want to continue to be lacking every day? Because that person, because that your friend is not making it, you want to be like her or him. Build a network that will support you. Go to the right environment, right places. My dear, I told you people, sometimes you go to this nice hotel, you go to where they are selling this car. For Christ's sake, nobody will kill you. Take a good look there, because those things will inspire you. They will make you start thinking. When you look at those cars, even if you don't have money to buy them, take a good look around. Your mind will start working. Some thinking will start going on in your mind. When you go to some nice environment like hotel or nice places or whatever, things will start working in your mind. Things will start working. So it's important you build all this for yourself. Okay? So let's develop a meaning and purpose in life. Very important. A meaning and purpose. What are your values? What values do you have? This business you're doing, why are you doing it? Why did you even start it? For what purpose are you working on it? What do you want to achieve? What do you really want to make out of this business? Do you know? Have you been thinking of that? You must give it a thought every time. There must be a purpose in your life. These things you're doing, why? Your big why. What do you do it? And when you have that big why, you don't just quit. You don't just run away. You don't just abandon it. You don't just walk away. You don't just say, we push on. Let's go on, brother. Adopting a positive outlook. Being optimistic every time. Stop being a complainant every day. There are some of us, all we do, we complain morning, afternoon, and night. When there is no product, you will be the one that will carry it on your head and announcing it every day as if the world has come to an end. When you're upline, do you little thing, just little offense, the way you will announce it everywhere. Only you, only you. When your downline offend you, some of you will keep malice. You will never talk to him or her again. Only you. Or you will start acting funny. Only you. It's not going to help you. Great men and women don't behave like that. So always be optimistic. Always see the positive outcome in everything. Yes, there may be a problem. Believe it's going to be fine soon. There's no product, everything will be fine soon. There's no downline. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine soon. You must have that in life. Okay? So guys, improving self-awareness, knowing who you are. You have to develop that. Who are you? What are you? What do you represent? And when you begin to know who you are, then you will now begin to package yourself in a different way. You will, when you understand who you are, you will know that me, I have to be wearing suit every day, because anytime I wear suit, I look the best. You must know who you are. Self-awareness. Because of this self-awareness, that's why you don't even know that anytime you wear native, you look like one goat. Some of us don't know. You go around because people are wearing traditional. You go around wearing traditional, or you go around wearing suit when you're not good at that. But for Christ's sake, must you know that people wear suit. Suit is not good on you. You must know that anytime you wear suit, you don't look good. Why not go on your traditional? That one that brings the best. You know, being self-aware is knowing who you are, what you are, and where you're going. It will shape in everything about you. The way you look, the way you think, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the places you go, the people you hang around with, all these things, when you are aware of yourself. I am this. It's not everybody you talk to. It's not everywhere you go. It's not every restaurant you go and eat. It's not every keke or kada you enter. You must know who you are. When you know who you are, sometimes some people will say, I will never enter Okada, because of who they are. They know who they are. They are not, some of us will say they are too proud, or they are faking a life. No. There are people like that. They know who they are. They know that they can never enter keke. Yes, because of they have developed that lifestyle that I will always enter a car. Yes, it's normal. You must understand all these things going on. Because you don't understand, that's more reason why many of you, you live your life without having direction. They go, they come. No direction. Every day they go, they come. Tomorrow you wear knicker, tomorrow you wear native, next tomorrow you wear sandal. You don't care. Your own be say they go business, but you don't even do your hair. Some of you will leave your hair like one mad person because you don't understand who you are. But when you know who you are, you will create your own style. In fashion, style is what lasts. Fashion doesn't last. Everybody can be wearing a short knicker now. I mean, that's not the style. Your style might be, man, you wear suit always. That's your style. Your style might be, you leave beer, you carry beer because that's good on you. Or you give clean shave. You must understand all this and more. So let's go on, guys, because all this thing will help you to become successful, my brother. Adopting effective coping strategy. It simply means going through stress and you're not shaking. Going through stress and you're not shaking. Number 10, which is the last one, emotional regulation and stress management. Will you go through stress? Hey, we'll go through stress every day. To eat food in Nigeria is stressful. Who agrees with me? To have electricity is stressful. To have good drinking water is stressful. Everything about our existence is all about stress. Do you agree with me? If you agree with me, please give me yes. I want to see those who go through stress every day. I go through stress every day. Every day I go through stress. Every day. For those of us who know that every night I have to be awake That's one stress, you know. It's stress, big time stress. Like this morning, yeah, I appreciate your yes. This morning, for me to come and do my presentation, it's early hours of the morning. And you know, sleep, normally the 5 a.m., 6 a.m., or 4, 5, 6 a.m. kind of sleep is always the sweetest. But I deny myself that. So you must manage your stress and don't show it. Don't let the world know that you're going through stress. My sister, my brother, as you go through stress every day, find joy, find fun in it. Make it fun, make it sweet. Do not show the world. The worst thing you will do is to always appear, to come out like you're frustrated. People don't like hanging out, doing business, staying with such a human being that is always frustrated. Nobody wants that. Nobody likes it. So always come out refreshed. Always, to all your downlines, to your team, to the business, always come out, appear the best, appear beautiful, appear the best of you. Refreshed, looking good, looking sharp. I mean, excellent always. Am I talking to somebody this morning? Excellent always. That's it. Manage your stress. And so, listen, gentlemen, these are the things you need to do. What you need to how do I put it? You need to build, you need to develop for yourself. Now let's go to how you can cultivate some of this thing we just mentioned. You know what I mean? Yeah. The skills, how can you begin to cultivate it? You get what I mean? How can you begin to, look good, communicate well, know how to solve problems, and all that? How can you do it? Well, one of the ways you can do it is to, build the right connections. My sister, my brother, what does this tell us? Surround yourself with role models, resilient role models. Is someone understanding what I'm saying? Surround yourself with role models. I mean it. Surround yourself with what? Role models. That's the way things go. Surround yourself with role models. Very important. Surround yourself with role models. Okay? It's important you do this. Find people who are succeeding in your community, not just in our business, that area, that your neighborhood. Look for the right people, not just in business. With the church, when you go to church or mosque, please make friends with the right people, role models. People, you want to be like them. The way they dress, the way they talk, the way they do their things, or the things they have, or whatever. You just want to be like these guys. Those are how you're going to develop those problem solving, communication skill, managing stress, and all to go. That's the way. Do you agree with me? Am I talking to somebody? Find the right people, who are going to have you making some changes, some adjustments. Maybe when you come to the business, there are some of the people some leaders that are doing well. You go and make friends to them to learn how they do their own things, how they manage their team, how nobody is quitting. Their downlines are not leaving. They're always with them. They retain them. They know how to get people and all that. You need to make connections with these people. Otherwise, you might not learn a lot. Find yourself such people. What more, guys? Build mutual and beneficial relationship. Build a relationship that you benefit, the other person benefits too. Do not build selfish relationship. Build relationships that make friends that you gain, the other person gain. Have a lot to gain from you as well. What more, guys? Find mentors. Find mentors. As you go on in life, in your marriage, find mentors. It's not only in business. Find a family, there's a family, husband and wife you are looking up to. You want your own marriage to be like theirs. Very loving, caring, understanding, name it, kind of man and wife. They're living good, no quarrel, no fight, together always. You need to find such people, let them mentor you. Mentor you. When you start relating with them, they will transfer some information to you that would make you to know that, oh, this is the way you're going to treat your husband, or this is the way you're going to treat your wife. The same thing in our business. Find mentors, people who are already ahead of you, people who are already moving ahead, who are up there. They've gone through it. Connect with them, relate with them, find way to always reach out to such people. They are always in the business. Unfortunately, most of you don't use this opportunity you have. You don't use it. And that's why you are stagnant. Every year in, year out, you remain where you are. No progress, no improvement, nothing. Find mentors. Connect with them. Begin to, listen, it's something you must go out of your way, even if you're taking in salt because of that, forget it. What matters is, what do you want to gain? What do you want to get out from them? That's what matters. Some of you will be, I can't go and do this. My dear, you can't. Your life will still be the same. Why don't you connect, find a mentor, get what you want, learn what you want to learn, and use it for yourself. So what more, guys? Broaden your network. Guys, when we say your network, your contact, your friendship, don't make friends with only people in network marketing. Know some bankers, know some doctors, know some politicians. Connect widely, because you need all these people to be successful in this life. You need them. You need them. You need them. Don't just say only networkers, my dear. Not be only networkers. You don't just go like that. Your life will be, meaningless when you go that way. Connect with a spiritual group. Yes, maybe a church, maybe a community, or a club, or whatever. You need that spiritual upliftment. Otherwise, things might not be working out fine with you. Am I talking to somebody? Now, guys, above all, connect with a community that grows and inspires you. Yeah, like I see some of us, they go out of their way to connect with other team, connect with their training and all that, learn from even people in other country and all that. That's what you should do. If you really want to succeed, you go through all this. And I see some of us making those efforts. And when I see such individuals, I know they are going places. I know they will soon be successful. No doubt. And watch out. It has never failed me. All the people I've seen, who connects with community that grows and inspires them, I've always seen them become successful. None of them have failed me. It's the same thing. I did it. They too are doing it, and they are succeeding. So what more, guy? We'll go on again. The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can do what? Can alter his life. Can alter his life by changing what? His attitude. Am I talking to somebody this morning? We are rounding up now. We're almost done, guys. Everybody, my dear, everybody, let me remind you something you have to also be conscious of. You see, when we were kids, when we were little children, we had our parents, uncles, aunts, the elderly ones in the community. They were there to direct us. Sometimes they discipline us. You know what I mean? But as an adult now, look at you. Most times nobody directs you. You direct yourself. Nobody disciplines you. And so some of us have formed a lifestyle of mediocrity. You know what I mean? You sleep and sleep. That kind of lifestyle. You're the kind of person, since this year, you always sleep 8-10 hours. That's good. But you could have used those time to do something. You know what I mean? You're the kind of person, since this year, you've never read a book. You've not even read one page. You know what I mean? Those attitude and many more. I can go on and begin to count a lot of things we do every day. Bad attitudes. Don't forget, that is your life. That is your way of life. No one tells you otherwise. It's your life. So it goes on and on every year, like that. That's the way you're living every year. No improvements, no changes, no progress. Because every year you're supposed to be making a step upward in terms of, making your life good. There should be an upward progress, upward movement every year that shows that you are growing, that things are getting better with you. But unfortunately, some of us are not aware that this is what is costing us. Why? Since I'm an adult, I've never bought a car. Since I'm an adult, I've not even bought a land, not talk of building my house. I mean, your attitude. So you must begin to, change some of those attitudes. And as I said, at the number one, cultivating the right friendship, right environment, they matter a lot. Role models, mentors, and all right friends, and all you will learn a lot about those guys. Okay, so let's go in and see one thing: permanence. This has to do with you understanding that everything changes. Everything in life. Everything in life. There's a story of this Chinese farmer. Let me share this with you. There's a story of this Chinese farmer that lives in an interior village. A very calm, easygoing, friendly farmer. All the villagers, they know him as somebody, who is so optimistic, who understands that nothing is permanent. And so this guy is so poor, but he's happy, very poor. And in that village, the only asset he has is just one horse. And guess what? One day, he woke up to find out that that horse has run away. The horse is no more there. And the villagers was like, oh, old man, your horse is gone. What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? This is the only thing you have and all that. You know what the man answered them? He said, don't worry. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Everybody will come, oh, old man, this. He will say, don't worry. I mean, let's see what tomorrow brings. Don't kill yourself. I know it has gone, but you don't know tomorrow. And guess what? The next day, because nobody knows what can happen, no, things changes. But it's very optimistic. It's not worried. It's not downcast that his horse is gone. Many people start crying. He said, well, don't worry, we don't know. Let's see how tomorrow goes. The next day, guess what? That horse came back. And as the horse was coming back, he came with other horses. I don't know where he went to bring other horses from nowhere. And there were plenty horses that came back with him. And the villagers was like, old man, you're now wealthy. Your horse brought other horses, and all of them are yours. They are with you. The same answer, he said, well, let's see how tomorrow goes. Because to him, he knows that anything can happen. You get me? And guess what? Tomorrow, his only son took one of those horses to train with. And guess what? The horse threw the guy on the ground and he broke his leg. And people came and said, oh, old man, your only son is down. This one, he has broken his leg. What are you going to do? He's the only son you have, the only child, this, that. Old man said, well, let's see how tomorrow goes. The same answer. And guess what? Tomorrow, the government came that there is war and they need to take all the male children in that village, all the male sons. They took everybody and they left his own son because his leg is broken. And people came and said, hey, old man, all the boys, all the males in this town, they've taken them, only your son remaining. What are you going to do? The same answer. Let's see what tomorrow brings. So my partner, why am I sharing this story with you? That's the way you should do this business. No matter what happens today, always look up to tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow can bring. Don't kill yourself today that you didn't register people, that there's no product today, there's this one, that one. You will die before your time. You don't know what's going to happen next. So your outlook in our business in life is, let's see what tomorrow brings. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you're going to hit your breakthrough. Maybe tomorrow another thing will happen again. Let's see how tomorrow goes. You know what I mean? That is the way you have to shift in your attitude. I love that. Bad times never last. Tough times never last. Tough people last. My dear, whatever that happens in our business, always have that outlook. Always have that mindset that, well, tomorrow can be better. Tomorrow, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Always go like that every day of your life and you'll make it. Okay? What more, guys? Let's go further. Perversiveness. Perversiveness in terms of your attitude. What does this mean? Perversiveness as a business person is to what? Make sure that your workplace, your business, your team, your organization, your team, your downlines, uplines, cross lines, whatever, make sure that there is a balanced relationship and atmosphere. And I say this every time. I tell you, some of my leaders, I said, never you quarrel, never you get a fight, anything with your downline, upline, and I keep saying this, build good relationship. Even when your downlines offend you and all that, be the one to tell them sorry. Go out of your way to make peace with them. Make sure things are okay within your team. I've seen some of them who didn't listen to me. They ended up sending away their leaders, pursuing them, making them walk away. So you must have that attitude in you. Don't format it, oh, I can't talk to that person. I see people quarrel. They will keep malice and all that with downline, upline, and my dear, it doesn't work. Have a balance, have that attitude of, making sure that everything is good, no matter what. So what more, guys? Personalization. This is the attitude of, you taking it, hey, it's not personal. Don't take things so personal that it begins to eat you, begins to eat deep in you. You don't have to. Nothing is personal. Even when you fail, the outcome is not okay. You should know it's not something that is synonymous with you. It happens to everybody. So don't be mad about it. I just hope you understand. Don't take things so personal. Okay? Now let's go further. Number 3, values, meaning and purpose, of course. It has to do with what matters to you. What matters? What matters to you? Now that you're doing this business, what are the things that matters? Now you're with your downline, what are the things that matters? Because a lot of times we'll forget the values. We start pursuing shadows, things that have no value to us. You start bringing up things that have no value in the relationship you're having with your downline. With your upline, you start bringing up values or, purposes that shouldn't be. And all this thing will end up rubbing off on your business. So you must know that life has what it expects from us. Our friends, our partners, the company our environment, there's what they expect from us. And so you must keep to those values. Okay? And when you look at values, according to the dictionary definition, it talks about principles, standards of behavior. These are the meaning of values. One's judgment, your own judgment of what is important in life. That's how dictionary defines value. Principles, what are the principles you know or you keep to? What are the standards of behavior you keep to? How do you judge everyone? How do you judge yourself, judge everyone? Because it matters in this business. So guys, make a list of what is important. Always know, you might not have to write it down, but know that these are the important things that matters in our relationship. Keep whatever that does not, keep them aside. Quarrel, backbiting, envy, jealousy, keep them aside. You don't need it in this business. Selfishness and all that, keep them aside. Everybody have all this thing in them, but keep them away because it's not going to help you. Ego, pride, we've seen all this thing destroy people. Keep them away. You don't need it. If you must succeed, you don't need it. This is a business. You will keep those things at home and bring out the good ones with you. Okay? So you must understand all this. Rate what is important to you. Rate them. No, find a way to put a mark or score that, okay, these are the things that I value most. These are the things I want to be, I want to do. So guys, measure your current satisfaction of what you do. What you do, you must measure if they are okay, if they are right. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Leaders must be tough enough to fight. Leaders, you're a leader, you must know that you're leading someone. Leaders must be tough enough to fight, tender enough to cry when the time comes to you cry. It's normal. Human enough to make mistakes. We all do that. No one, every human being, you know. Humble enough to admit those mistakes, to acknowledge and say, yeah, I fucked up, I messed up. Strong enough to absorb the pain and say, okay, well, I will bear the sacrifice. I'll for this, I will not eat tomorrow. I will have to trek. No, I will not, do this just to go through the pain, and resilient enough to bounce back and keep on moving. That's the word of Jesse Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson. Guys, very wonderful, powerful words. Now let's round up with this. Manage your emotions. That has to do with your acceptance when things happen, when things go wrong, when things don't work out the way you want, when your downlines don't talk to you the way you like, when they offend you and so many things going wrong. What do? You have to manage your emotions, the power to accept what you cannot change. Hold back, my brother, my friend. Hold back. Don't just, because of that little thing, begin to vent curses, abuse, whatever thing you do. That's not proper. All these things are not going to help you if you must succeed in life. 3 ways to accept things, guys. Be always in the present moment. Accept now. Be now. Forget about yesterday. Some of us, you remember what happened last year, what they did to you last week, last month, last 3 years. It's not the way to go. Just the person must have done wrong to you now. Take it now. Forget what he did in the past. Live in the present and say, okay, I forgive you. Let go. Let's move on. Open up to feelings and uncertainty. Yes, be open to what? Feelings. What do you understand by that? Be open to, like, whatever happens to you, well, accept it that it's one of those stuffs that happens in business, in life, and then do what matters. Okay, you see that, do the only thing that matters. Focus on your values, the values you have decided to live. And lastly, guys, this is the last one. Of course, silliness. This one talks about hey, this one talks about, you see, whatever happens in this life, you must understand that you have to laugh it off, have fun, enjoy it. Whatever, you go out there, you get accidents, they pour you water, you get insult, whatever happens, they splash water on you, your clothes get torn, your downline abuse you, upline spit on you, whatever. Guys, always know that at the end of the day, You just, take it like, well, even sometimes you laugh at yourself. Sometimes you even tell yourself that I be mumu, my mumu too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes, yeah, sometimes, you feel silly. It's normal. You act silly like, man, I fucked up. You go even begin to abuse yourself. Say, man, I messed up, boy. I crazy. So, you just have to take life that way. Life is not too hard. Yeah, sometimes just be like this little boy or little girl. You get it? Yeah, you have to. Like this mama. Don't be too hard on yourself. Know that God will make a way for you. You must know that. Once you persist, you consist, you keep bouncing back no matter what happens. Trust God, trust nature. They will make a way for you. Don't doubt. Yeah, believe that you're going to succeed. Believe that your own is not going to be different. It's going to work out good for you. But of course, for some of us, they choose life this way. That's how they live their life. That's how they go about their business. They take everything too serious. That's how some of us live our life. That's how we go about every day. Every day, looking, frowning, acting, behaving like the world has come to an end. As if you're the one that suffers most, or that the whole world have rejected you, or that my life is finished. That's not the way to go about it. If you must succeed in life, if you must have a good life, you don't go with this kind of posture. You don't do things like this. You don't go with this kind of feeling always. You're the only one always offended, or they always do you bad, always do this, always do that. I think that's not the way to go about it. I hope this makes some sense to us. I hope this makes some sense to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this training. I want to say thank you for your time this morning, for being with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, and I pray that God will keep sustaining you. God will help you to, understand some of these things about resilience. And I tell you, resilience is one word you have to work with this year. Please, I beg you, keep that word so dear to you. Expand more on it. Do more research on that word. It is the only thing you and I need to scale through, to make it in this life, to succeed in this business. Whatever you want to become in life, you must have the resilience. The resilience is to always keep moving on, always keep doing, always bounce back, no matter what happens. The same thing in your marriage. If you look around us, you'll see that there's a lot of divorce these days. A lot of divorce is going on among our people. It's not like that before. Why is this so? Because the resilience is no more there. The generation we have now is a generation that chickens out. Any little thing, you say, I quit. It doesn't work that way. Our parents never did that. Our parents, they were all, no matter what happens in the marriage, they're always there. They keep moving on. But what do you find these days? Divorce everywhere. Little thing, they chicken out. Little thing, they give up. Little thing, divorce. That's not the way to go. Even in the family, the kids, little thing, they move out of the house. A lot is going on. So all these things is what we must adjust on. We must make, we must find balance on to help us live a good life. To help us live a good life. Good life means having all you need, the kind of money you want, eat. When you want to eat food, you eat based on what you like. Let's say this morning you want to eat in Mr. Biggs, or you want to eat in KFC, you go there, you eat, or you want to eat in a Sheraton hotel, you go out there, you get what you want. You drive the kind of car you want, live in the kind of neighborhood you want, travel to places you want, have a good family, children, wife, everything working out good, just being happy. After all, we don't have all the time to stay in this world. We have limited time. We have limited time. We don't know when. Nobody knows when his own will be over. Nobody will live here for 200 years or 1 million years. No, we have limited time, and that limited time, enjoy it. Make the best of it before we leave. That's just the whole simple message. And thank God we have a business, and not just a business, we have the right environment that is helping each and every one of us to live a good life. I can see my friend AP Jallo. AP Jallo is somewhere reminding me of a society I had I was living back in the days. Yeah, this reminds me of northern Nigeria when I was doing my youth service in Gombe. The village where I served looked like what I'm seeing on picture. It was wonderful. I had some people who ran away from the village. That's the kind of, what was resilience. We were sent as coppers. Some people ran away, but people like us, we stayed in that village. No light, nothing. We survived. We came out. We were tougher, better. So, guys, thank you so much for this morning. It's been a wonderful one with all of us. And I want to say thank you for being here. What you have learned this morning, what you have gotten, please apply it in all areas of your life, in your business, in your team, in your downline. You can as well teach it to them and all that. We'll be making the soft copy available for those of us who might want to watch it with their team or watch later. You have access to it so that you can share with your people. All right, so we've already done almost 2 hours, but I would like to say maybe we can give room for 2, 3 or so people to give us a feedback. Maybe by question, somebody wants to ask question or want to make a contribution to all that we have discussed, or maybe want to tell us maybe what he or she is taking home or taking along with him or her. And let's see if you can have that from us. I want to believe that this topic we treated this morning will keep some of us in the business. I know already some of us are being wowed. Some people are already sending you the newest business, the latest this, that. They're all good. All businesses is good. No doubt about that. But of course, you can't keep quitting and jumping to one to the other. You get me? I had about 4 people send me different business proposals over the weekend. I studied them and I said to them, well, sorry, I'm okay. I appreciate what you've done, but thank you. I'm okay where I am. What I'm doing is good for me. I wish you were in that your own. Okay? Because you can't do all. You can't, I can't just quit what I'm doing now and rush to another new one. And when I'm doing that one, another new one will come again. I'll quit again and rush to. You can't work. You can't live life that way. So one good thing is choose you where you want to stand. And grind it there and make it work. Okay? So Nehesco, please unmute yourself.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Good to be with you.
Thank you very much, sir. So I really, really appreciate today's training, and it's really, really opened my eyes to a lot of things. And I learned a lot of things as well, because one thing about our business is that there are a lot of things we think we know that we don't really actually know. Like you said, this is one of the major reasons the top leaders became top leaders. When you started your meeting today, you mentioned that, and I've come to realize that that is really true. Because the reason why people give up in our business is lack of resilience. So basically, I've learned a lot of things. I'll just share 2 major points I really captured from everything you said today that connects how to be resilient. And it's under, the first point is under one of the 10 skills of resilience you shared. I really love the aspect of effective communication, because when you explained it, I had to reason through all you said, and I actually could relate with what you explained. Because when you examine top leaders in the society, top business leaders that are very successful, all of them, with no exception, they are all good communicators. And when we talk about communication, we are looking at how you could actually convey a message to someone, how you could tell a vision, how you could tell a concept and make someone to accept. In fact, right from when we were small growing up, the only way we can get through life as we are growing up is to communicate. As a kid, if you want to get something from your parents, it could be through crying, it could be through, verbally, any which way, right, before you can get your way. Similarly, in business, as entrepreneurs, for us to even get people to join our team, we have to communicate the vision. It's not about telling people the 1 year, one left, one right, and all those things. That's not what they want to hear. They want to see how the business could solve their needs. That's their major concern. So if we
Right.
lack the ability to transfer the vision, show them how the business could take them from where they are to where they want to be, then of course, we'll be able to get them to join. Then the next thing I captured, which really, really is going to be of immense help for me, is developing meaning and purpose for your life. Under this aspect, it made me to realize that if I don't know why I'm doing this business, I won't be resilient in it. If I
Yes.
don't know why, if I don't
Yes.
have a strong why. When I read the book by Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect, there's something he called the mojo, your mojo.
Yeah.
And according to him, he said that is your why. In anything you are doing, your why must be attached to it. And if your why is not there, then of course, any little challenge or difficulty you encounter, you give up.
Yeah.
You quit the business.
You're
So
right.
top leaders that tend to become successful in our projects, one of the reasons is because they understand their purpose, they understand their why. Their
You're
why
right.
is very, very certain. And when their why is certain, then of course the how won't be a problem. If it's to prospect, they will be willing to prospect. If it's to come for meeting, they'll be willing to come. Nobody has to be pushing them, calling them. Is already certain. So I feel that is also another powerful skill that will help me to develop resilience. And I'll also communicate the idea to my team members so that all of them will understand the reason why they're doing the business and to stick to that. So thank you very much, sir. Your training really inspires me a lot and
God
gives me a
bless
lot of
you.
help. I
God
really
bless you,
appreciate it.
my brother. I appreciate your analysis and your summarization. So powerful, I must say. You know,
Thank you, sir.
keep it up. God bless you. Keep it up. And I know you're going places. I hope to
Yes,
see
sir.
you as
Thank
one
you
of
very
the
much.
top 20 very soon. You know, you have what it takes. You can do it. Breakthrough, there's nobody who cannot. All of us can. If you believe in it, you walk through it, you can. And maybe lastly, to remind some of us, our company in Philippines, their mantra or slogan for this year, if some of us have seen, some of us who followed the trend that goes on in the Philippines, you know, for this year, 2023, is resilience. You know, resilience is the word, is the slogan, if you put it that way, for AIM Global in Philippines and for AIM Global all over the world, because whatever comes from the head office or headquarters, it's, you know, for everybody that is in the system. So it's a word you and I must hold on this year, because that's what is leading the company as well. The company for 17 years, they have weathered the storm. You must know that this company have gone through thick and thin. You know, the management itself, they've seen it all. They've gone through all kind of hurdles, challenges and all that. But there's one thing they always do. They keep moving on. They keep bouncing back and they keep getting bigger, innovating and all that. So why won't you and I? Why won't you and I keep doing it? Okay. So more reason why you must hold on to that word resilience, you know, because personally, I've been studying the word resilience myself ever since the company brought out that word this year at January. You know, whenever I look at that word, it gives me a goose pimples, because it's the only thing that made me to scale through, that kept me 10 years. I'm still pushing on very well. 10 years, I'm not even worried. I'm not bothered. I'm looking at another 10, 20 years again to go. And I know some people will come and tell you, oh, you have lasted here. It's not good for you and all that. My dear, you don't listen to them. Imagine what I have built in the last 10 years. I just throw it away. Just imagine that. 10 years of work. Why can't I consolidate on that? I should be able to consolidate on that. That's what I'm doing. Can I own other businesses? I can own businesses. I can own any business. Yeah, you can run businesses, not just this. Because it is said, if you have gone through some of the multi-millionaires and billionaires, they tell you that an average multi-millionaire or billionaire should have 7 streams of income. Okay, but for you to quit this one, go and start another network marketing, go to start building another network, my dear, it simply means you don't know who you are, what you want. You don't know who you are. It's the same thing, just like you start building a house, you abandon it, start another one, abandon it, start another. You can't finish a house. So the best thing is understand that resilience will push you through. Breakthrough in this business, make all the money. Our business is open check. You can make as much money. There are people who are making hundreds of millions of naira every year in this system. You can make it. Why can't you do it? Some people are making 10, 15, 20, 30 million and above every month. They are individuals like you and I. So why can't you and I aspire to get to that level like them? They're human. They don't have 2 heads. Okay, and it's not who started first or who started later. It's about you keep pushing on, knowing fully well that you want the best and you want a good life. So on this note, I want to say thank you to everyone. We'll be calling it a day. Okay, we'll be calling it a day, and I want to say I appreciate everybody that have made out time to be here this morning. For those who are talking about a recorded version or copy, we'll make it available for you on the WhatsApp groups, so that if you want to have more or share with your people, feel free to have that. But the best thing I want to see from you is I want to see you succeed. Honestly, the best thing I want from you, and the prayer I make for every one of us, is I want to see you live a good life. This is one business that there's no selfishness in it. All of us, we will make it and we'll be good. No selfishness, none at all. Everybody will make it, everybody will be okay, everybody will be fine. So don't think you will not make it. No, you will make millions every month in this business. It's the same for everybody, no exception. Everybody will make it. So believe in it and work towards it. And very soon you'll be living that life like us. It will be happening to you in real life. Okay? So on those notes, I'll say thank you, all of you. God bless each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. We'll be having our power morning mindset, 9 a.m. for 30 minutes. We'll ginger ourselves again. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, we'll all be together again. God bless you, and do have a pleasant week and a good moment. Bye.